Welcome to the Halloween special edition live show. I call it Pick My Paint or live painting improv show. I don't know, but this is a special one because this one is open to the public. And everyone after this is going to be members only, but I wanted to open it up to the public and let all of you enjoy because I want you to be able to know what we got coming up because I built this whole thing for members and we're going to do live shows and we're going to do giveaways. And at the end of this show, whoever, I'm going to do a wheel after the show of the members because I hadn't figured out how to do it during the shows. I don't have a computer set up out here. And the winner, I'll sign this and send it to you. But this is what we're painting today. It's a live Halloween mask. And this is what I got sent with TEMU when I got all these masks that I did for a recent video I just did. Totally different, doesn't look the same at all. So I'm not really sure how that ended up in here, but I posted it on my community tab and I asked for suggestions from you guys. And I got a lot of weird answers, a lot of inappropriate answers. We won't go into those, you know who you are, but naughty, naughty. But we got like ghost face. I know, could stretch the mouth out a little bit. We got Starface, which I guess is from Kiss, maybe. You know, the one Kiss dude did pass away. We got Jason, which is super original. We got Venom, which maybe, yeah, stretch out his mouth, cut it out, blah, blah, blah. We got Spider-Man, which I've never seen a Spider-Man like this before in my life. I don't know who said that, but this was funny when I said this a second ago. Bad decisions I make in traffic. And I have made some of those faces before. I made one of those faces just now when I was trying to fix my live stream, and I figured out it's set to hidden. So we fixed that. Goonies, the Goonies, like, hey, you guys, that's pretty funny. You'd have to glue some of them goofy teeth in there. A robot, I could kind of see that. Like iRobot. Happy Halloween. I knew it. Someone in here from Atlantic City took my airbrushing class and she's still around, so she must have enjoyed it and she's still hanging out with us. That's awesome. Let's see, Borg from Star Trek, which I had to look that up. I had no idea who that was. And then Slipknot, which I also had to look up. It's apparently a band and they wear a bunch of creepy masks like this, all of them, like every time they play. I don't even know if you see their real faces. And then the last one, which is the one I was like, ooh, I can see that happening, which is a zombie. That's going to be cool, but it's not just going to be a regular zombie. We're not going to make it creepy. Well, it'll be a little creepy, honestly. I mean, what zombie is not creepy? But we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it kind of cartoony looking in my mind. That's the vision that I got when I saw the suggestion for zombie. And I want to say, like, I'm still kind of out of breath because I shook up all these cans of dang paint. Oh, no. Listen, the paint is actually called Dang. The company called Bombing Science sent me all these cans of dang paint. I was like, man, that's some dang good paint. That's so funny to say, isn't it? But anyway, I shook all those because I don't know what color we're going to use for this guy. But I did do a little pre-sanding because that's very important. You have to sand and get all the nooks and crannies and grooves and in his nostril hole and in his mouth hole. Ow, he bit me. Dang it, what are you doing, man? I'm just kidding. He didn't bite me. It's just a mask. But anyway, sanding is important. And then once you sand it, if you're asking what this is, it's just like a 3M Scotch-Brite pad. Not the kind you clean dishes with. That would be ridiculous. I mean, maybe you could use that. I don't know. Is it the same thing? I don't know. But this one is from the automotive paint store. I got it from a place called AutoZone. O'Reilly's has it. Advanced Auto. Or your regular automotive paint store, which every town has a local automotive paint store. Just go ask them for Scotch-Brite pads. Or you could use something like this. This is 600 grit, 400 grit. 600 might be a little smooth. You might want to go a little rougher than that, just so you get some good tooth, because that's all you're doing. When you're sanding, you're creating little microscopic grooves. Some of them are right deep. They're not microscopic, because some of you are very aggressive sanders like myself, and it creates a mechanical bond for the paint to lock into, okay? So that's cool. Oh, nobody mentioned my do. Who am I for Halloween today, huh? I'm not going to wear this the whole time because it gets really hot up in here. I don't know how you people do it with a lot of hair. I don't know, but so we're going to do a zombie. I want you in your mind, think about what color you feel like this guy. When I think of a zombie like that, there's either two options really that pop into my mind. Is like a greeny color, that's okay. Or mushroom head. Oh yeah, I could be. It's a me, Mario. What's that little guy? Toad. Or really think about the teal color. Bob Ross. Yes, exactly. Teal. Kind of dead colors, like cold. So I think that would be really cool to do with this, and then contrast. I'm gonna try, if it all works out well, you know how this goes. We're gonna do a part up here with some brain showing. It's all gonna be fun and games. So I'll probably do that with a Pashka and a little spray paint. And I have my handy dandy airbrush here. I always gotta have that ready to go. This is my airbrush system. A lot of you, there's a waiting list sign up. If you go to the website, click on airbrush, you'll be able to fill out the waiting list and you'll be notified as soon as they come back in stock. A lot of you have filled that out already. And there's also a question on there, like, would you like to have the opportunity to pre-buy one, pre-order, whatever. So we've done that before. So what this is going to be is like, I'm filming like a regular video, but instead of being able to cut and go take a break or, you know, just wait for something to dry, we're not going to be able to do that. We're just going to have to do it all on the fly, no stop. So we're going to have to change things up a little bit, but it can be done because I've done it before. And somebody asked a question, pop it back up there. I didn't see it. It goes away really fast. So, I'm going to take the camera. I only got one. I'm not fancy here. I have one camera, one setup, one light, and it's move around just like I do in my videos. I say, hey, come, hey, come on closer here. Just like in the videos, you know? It's fun, isn't it? Look what this thing looks like on, like this. That is kind of crazy. Oh, I look like who's that look like? Oh, wait, I got it right here. It looks like this guy. Dude, it literally looks like this guy. With the hair, you know? What do you think? I think so. All right, back it up. You're a little close to me. We gotta have some space here. Somebody's trying to call me while I'm doing a live stream. What's wrong with these people? Carrot Top, yeah, I can see that. What's up, first time catching live? Fantastic. Oh, so let me run that by again. This is the first live stream and what it's gonna be from here on out. I wanna give all of you guys a taste of what it'd be like. We're gonna try to do this the last Friday of the month, but this is the only one that everybody will be able to see because I got to get the word out there somehow. And this is going to be it. This is going to stay up on my YouTube channel, public for everybody to see. But from here on out, it's going to be members only. So there's a link in the description if you want to check more out information about that and see what it's all about. We're going to have a ton of fun. There's a community. I meant to write stuff down, but I left the paper in the other room, but I can remember stuff, you know. So we have a private community where I'm in there every day. You can ask questions, we can hang out, we could just like help you with your painting or whatever question you have, and other cool people that also like painting stuff. All members get 10% off the whole website, course, digital downloads, and when my airbrush comes out, guess what members get? 10% off. Exactly. And let's see, what else we got? At the end of every live show, the members will be chosen at random and someone will win whatever we're painting on that live stream, which that'll be cool. Is that the Patreon? No, it's actually on my own website. It's kind of like Patreon, but I'm hosting it on my own website. I got it set up where through Shopify, which is what hosts my website, you can have apps and it can add on your course, it can add on your community, it can add on all that stuff and magic right inside your own website, which is awesome. I don't have to go to these outside platforms. We can just hang out right there on my website and I got full control of whatever happens there. You're not going to public live at least once a month. You know, I haven't been that. That's so the free live thing, the free thing is going to be all the YouTube videos I put out, all the shorts I put out, all the like short, long form content. And this will be just a little bonus where we can hang out, we can improv, you can give suggestions, and you get a few perks and kickbacks from being a member, you know? So that way I can do a little more for you guys that really want to just get a little deeper into just hanging out or just learning the craft. And you can ask me questions and I can help you post your pictures. The hair, you're killing me. I know, right? This is my real hair. It's not a wig. That's why I wear a hat, because it's just out there. But anyway, we're going to get right into this. And for this, I think I'm just going to choose these colors right here. Let's do blue. Let's do some blues. These are, I don't know, did I say this already? Dang Paint. Bombing Science sent me these. They're fantastic. But it's time to keep rolling. If you want to know more about the members, you can read all about it. There's a link in the description. You can check it out after the show here. But I've never used this paint before, which is probably a fantastic thing to do when you're live and just doing stuff with people watching live and you can't cut and edit. Ooh, spray's nice. Let's try this one. And I'm going to, whoa, there went the cap. Get my respirator. Where did I put that thing? There we go. Let's bring you over to my painting station, which is just a bucket over here on the corner. This is the travel music. To the light. Look at this guy right here. He's got a little pimple on his nose. He must be a teenager. Pop that little booger. There we go. There's my fancy little painting station. Let me jack you up here a little bit so you can see. There we go. Whoop, nope, there you go. Oh, you know what we got to have here. What is that? Socks and sandals, yep. All right, let's put you like so. Maybe you're a little too high there. There we go. All right, let me find my mask. Conveniently over here to the side. I gotta take this wig off. I can't put my mask on with the wig on. It doesn't. There we go. All right, so we're gonna have to go a little lighter than we usually do because I have to still paint on this and work on it while we're here. I don't have time to wait for it to dry. Okay, but I'm gonna give a little bit of time while it's drying. I'm gonna show you the other mask and talk to you a little bit. So let's get started. Dang. Oh, ooh, that's pretty. Wow. That is a beautiful color. Wow, that comes out like cotton candy. Wow, here we go. Man. That's my son. Eli, I'm live. I can't talk. Call your mother. He knows that. He just got out of school, you know. Man, do you see how soft and fluffy this comes out here? Huh? This is so smooth. I wonder if I'll be able to even splatter with this. So much for taking it easy, huh? All right, we'll work. It'll work. Let's splatter. See if we can just barely press this trigger. Oh, easier. Nope. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Oh, those are nice droplets there. You don't say that very often, do you? This stuff's so fine. Whoop, that's a little heavy. There we go. All right, let's get that green color. That's enough. Let's get this light green color. Now that lid's on really good. Holy cow. All right, let's give it a little shake test. Let's sprinkle dingle with this. Here we go. So hard to press the trigger easily. Easy. Now see, this is the part of the YouTube video that I cut out because pressing the trigger gently. There we go. Nope, not yet. Nope, yep. Ooh, that was a lot. There we go. Hold it higher. There we go. That is some cool zombie skin. Let's do a little this pink color just because I think it's pretty. I don't know. This will tie it into the brains when we do it later. I didn't shake this one very good. All right, that'd be good. We don't want to get carried away too much on this because I do want it to be able to dry. There we go. We'll take this off. We'll bring you back around town to the sitting area. That's what I'm going to call it, okay? Put my mask down, bring my light around. You got to sing it like that. It just makes it more fun. All right, Bob. We're done with this wig here. It's starting to sweat on my forehead. All right, now we got to think. Are we set up? Nope. You're a little high. What are you doing way up there? Get down here. Tall guy or gal, I don't know. So, now while that's drying, we got to think, what could we do next to make it cool? Oh, I know. We're going to darken the eyes. Maybe do some, with his mouth out here. His mouth is like rounded, and I see like a ripped pink area. Happy Halloween, everybody. Really, that paint is super smooth. Toe socks for them. You know what? That's a funny thing you said that. I've tried the toe socks before, and they are really weird, uncomfortable. It's like stuff isn't supposed to be between your toes unless it's like, the big toe, like a samurai, because I'm a ninja. Anyway, let me make sure this microphone's typed in good. Yes. If I don't, it sounds like weird and this does nothing. So in the chat, you know who I'm being for Halloween. You saw it. It's this guy right here. My buddy Bob, So who are you going to be for Halloween? Or if you're not dressing up, you're all boring, whatever, and you're taking your kids. What are your kids going to be? Throw it in the chat. Let's see them up there. This paint is really smooth. Can I say that again? Did you saw how it come out? It looked like cotton candy floating through the air. Five what? Five Nights at Freddy? Is that what I saw? Dang. If you want to get some of this, it's bombingscience.com. It's actually where I ordered this stuff from too. This is one of my favorites. I've always loved this stuff. There are ones just for the big toe. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. That's weird. I guess those are samurai socks, literally. But this is Molotov. I never know how to say it. And this is, dang. It's kind of fun to say. But wow, that's the first time I use that stuff and it comes out so smooth. I'm going to keep messing with that to see how long it takes it to dry. Let me see. What do we feel like right now? It is. Whoa. No way. Bro. What is it? Just very, very. I got a little bit on my finger, but that's from spray cap. It's just the slightest bit tacky. There's no way I expected this to dry that fast. Kiddos are going, but I'm not dressing up. What are your kiddos going to be? Speaking of kiddos, be right back. Hey, can you text Eli? Okay. I know you heard me because I have a microphone on and I'm walking through the house. But Eli's blowing my phone up, my son. And the phone is what I use for a camera because I'm not fancy, We do stuff like that. I just do this stuff the way I feel like I could inspire you to do it. Ooh, I'm back on camera. See there? Isn't that funny? I could walk all the way through the house and you could still hear me. But I do this stuff in a way that if you see it, you could be like, oh, I could do it. Or you'd be like, oh, I don't have a fancy camera or whatever. I don't either. I use my phone. Literally use my phone. And this is my light. This thing is awesome. I got it from Amazon. Oops, sorry about that. Blinded you. But literally, nothing fancy here. It's just real. Just get it done. Paint. And I don't cut out the fluff for you guys. I'll show you because life is real just like that. And what you see is what you get. If you meet me out in public, like listen, if any of you have ever seen me and you be like, I think that's Duncan over there, please come up to me. Oh, I've only had 2 people come up to me. They'll be like, oh, I know who you are, blah, blah, you paint, blah, blah. I was like, oh, cool. It's so cool that you know who I am because otherwise we're just here talking on the camera here, on the phone, on the YouTube. So you're going to Morton's, ask Morton Salt, the other half's going to be battery. Oh, a salt and battery. That's funny. You're always a witch. Oh, you remember that witch mask that I painted Mahalo Design Studio, cool. That witch mask I painted last year, I posted the short this year and on TikTok. It's gotten millions of views. That's the most popular one, and it's not even my favorite. I'm gonna be honest. Shh, don't tell the witch that I said that, the witch mask. But if you hadn't seen the video I put out the other day, look at this. This is all TEMU Jason mask, and I'm doing this while this is drying. If you have any questions about the membership that we're gonna have, live shows just like this. This is the first one, so it's going to be kind of rough, okay? You got to flow with me and just go with the flow like I do. The Joker, I really like that. And it's so simple. It's just all you're doing. So you're like thinking about these things, and you people think too much sometimes, and I do too. But a lot of times you're just going for the illusion. Oh, TikTok, yeah. You're just going for the illusion of the elements to make it look like what you're going to want it to be, because the people looking at it, their mind is going to fill in all the black on the Christmas snack cake would have matched. Oh, something you made, that's cool. Hey, one thing I want to mention here on the replay of this live, I selected it where all the live chat is going to be on, available to watch on the replay as well. So all this chat that you guys are doing that we're seeing, you'll be able to go back and see that. I'll be able to go back and see it, because really it comes up really quick and goes away so fast. And that's why I wanted my iPad to do that, but I didn't plug it in all the way. Go figure. But so when you're doing something, you just have to do simple little things to create that illusion, and the other person looking will fill in the blanks. That's like if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, I have an airbrush course. A little plug here, airbrush course that shows you, like, we do projects and we do little step-by-step things that gradually not microscopic, but like micro little lessons. They're small, digestible little pieces that you can go back and watch over and over. But I sectioned it out. Really good, in my own opinion, but I'm just really good to be manageable. Like if you don't have time to do the whole lesson, it's not a whole hour lesson. You might have 3 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 12. 12 might be the longest one you get, but each one progressively steps you to the next video or lesson or whatever you call it. And then where you can just, by the time you're doing it, it's like, I had no idea I could do that. And it's a different way of thinking. And a lot of things, like we do 2 projects, I think, in the class or course. I call it a master class. It's fancier. But we do 2, and I show you like 3 different ways to do the same thing. Because when we go to these projects, we get stuff, people asking us to paint stuff and do stuff. We're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do that. But everything has multiple ways to do it. There's no one right way to do it. Like, for instance, I would point you up there, but you've probably seen it before. The palm trees and the sunset, that was a thing we did in the class. Here, we're here. Well, just come here. Let me show you. Get over here. So there's the palm tree. I know, a little wiggly, sorry. Don't get dizzy. Palm tree. These 2 palm trees are painted in 2 completely different ways. This one is a stencil. This one is all airbrush. And then I showed you another way that has with Posca markers. So that's 3 different ways to do the same thing. And the look, I mean, they all have their own unique strengths, but you could start off with a stencil and then freehand some wispy ones to look kind of like in the background, and then sharpen some up with a Posca. How cool is that? To be able to just like, you could just do that. Or you just do it, pick whichever way you're most comfortable with and just do that. There's no, I know you're really close to me and blurry. I know, that's okay. And then this eyeball here, completely with stencils. Except for I did some eyelashes with freehand, but all made with stencils. And you're like, see how cool is that? I had to pick you up over the paint bucket. So I just want to show you that real quick. I know it was kind of off left field, but a lot of you don't know. And I like to share information with you and get you in the groove, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take a break right now for a drink. Talking so much, throat gets a little dry. Especially when we're doing those live classes like, I forgot the name that was in here that took my live class in New Jersey a few years back. But we're going to continue to go through the mask, and then we'll be ready for this guy, because I feel it a little sticky, just mostly the drips, because they're a little thicker, you know. But who knew what this one was? This was probably the hardest one to guess, maybe. I'll tell you which one was hardest for me, because I don't even know who it is. But I painted it anyway, because suggestions from you guys in the comments of the community post that I did about doing these masks. This is a Labubu, which creepy little Labrador. I don't even know if they make noise. I don't know. I haven't clear coated these, by the way, which is what I would do, like some matte clear spray. This is the one that like nobody probably gonna know. Well, a few of you do, because you suggested it. I saw it multiple times. It's Army of Two, and the dude's name is Alpha. Yeah, golly, I forgot. It happens, you know, we get old. And then we have, oh, this one was cool. I liked it. A pumpkin or a jack. I guess when you put a face on it, it's a jack-o'-lantern, right? Not a pumpkin anymore. Really cool. If you hadn't seen that video after the show here, go and click that long form video and check it out. It's about a 30-minute video. Really cool, really edited, entertaining, whatever you want to call it. I just have fun, you know. It's like this, but edited. And then, Spider-Man. I have to say that. You don't, you know. Punisher, really cool. And the last one, probably a lot of you didn't know this. I apparently didn't know it because I kept saying the wrong name. I said Death Strike, and it's Deathstroke. And he has like, I think he doesn't have an eye over here. I'm not really sure. It's a comic book, old comic book, you know. So there you go. And that's the mask that I painted in that video. When you get a chance, about to go to bed, just go check it out. It'll be fun. But now, look at this guy here. He's still a little tacky, but look at that. Look at that. It was about dry as soon as I picked up from over here. I could feel a little bit of tackiness, but what we're going to do is I'm going to come on that side, and I'm going to have you a personal first-person view, and we're going to do some airbrushing on this, and then I'm going to break out my Posca markers wherever I put them. That's where I'd cut that out, and I'd go get them. But, you know, hey, they were right here. Actually, I'm going to bring you over here to this side, and then I'll mix up some of this paint. What paint that I like to use for airbrushing is the Wicked line of Createx. Can you see that right there? There you go, Wicked Createx. This is opaque black, and if it says detail on it on the back in front of the color, it means it's transparent. Little tip for you there. And they're compatible. It's the same thing. This is the illustration line, a little finer. I just have lots of colors of all of them. And one more thing you need that I did not get was Windex. It's crazy. Oh, I have a 4011, a reducer to mix it down with. And you want to use a brush to stir it up in the cup when you mix it. You can mix these things off to the side too in little medicine cups or whatever, but I always just mix it right there in the cup. That's fine with me. I love it. So let me go grab the Windex and the Poscas. You know, hey, listen what I said. It's my first one. You gotta give me a little grace here. I don't always have everything planned out perfectly, okay? We're having fun though. Throw some chats in. Let's read them. Windex, I know you can hear me. That's so funny to me. I'm so far away from you right now, and you don't even know it because it sounds like I'm right in your ear. Isn't that weird and funny? Here's the Windex, by the way. This is the original. It has to be original. It has to, because it has the ammonia in it for some reason. That's just what helps cleans the water-based paint. Okay, there's that. I think I left my Posca markers in the truck. That's weird. Weird place to keep your Posca markers. But here we go. You're going with me to the truck. You're going out the door. I wonder if my microphone will stay connected. That's funny. I'm on the outside of the garage. Look, I'm going to knock on the door. That's literally where I'm at. Oh, look at you. What are you doing in here, you dumb little Posca markers? It's laying up in the truck like you ain't got work to do. What are you doing? All right. Back in the door. Shut the door. Don't want to let any bugs in. Put on my flops and socks again. I already have my socks on. Just slide the flops in. Here we go. Coming down. And here's the bucket of Posca markers. Anyway, That was completely unnecessary. But hey, it happens. That's why I want to show you guys that a lot of you think everything has to be perfect, and it doesn't. Nothing in life is perfect. We just got to control how we respond to the, I didn't turn on. To the thing, you hear my air? And it only runs when you press the button. How cool is that? You save a lot of battery, and it comes with an extra battery. So, if you hadn't got one of those, hello? Oh, hey. So the paint I'm using is called Createx. And what I like to do first, this is a little insider pro tip, it'll help make your life a lot easier, is you put in the very bottom the reducer first. That way, the first thing that comes out is not going to be thick paint. And if you put paint first and then reducer and you stir it up, you're still not going to be able to get way down in the bottom. And it won't work. That's just it. So instead of doing, did that not charge? I got 50% left on this thing. I had it charging. Anyway, instead of doing black, sometimes for shadows and interesting things, I like to use violet. I call it violet. It's just funnier that way. And then mix it up. And one thing I want to say is always have a rag ready, because when you open these up, there's pressure and it could just bubble and pop and just ruin your stuff. Not this thing, because this thing doesn't matter, because he's pretty splattery already, so he'll be fine. He won't mind. So we got our violet. We'll put a little drop of dasher in here. Not much, because this literally doesn't take much at all to come through the airbrush. And then you put some more of your reducer on top of that. And usually I put a few drops of this stuff called 40-30. All it is a balance and clear. It helps for adhesion, and it also helps to make it flow a little nicer, really, really nicey good. That's from a movie. Which movie is that? Really, really nicey good. Now this is where the fun happens right here. Not mixing paint, but when you start airbrushing this bad boy. And always test it. Give it a little ch-ch-ch. And I will say, if it comes out or not comes out, sometimes you have to reduce this stuff a little more than you expect to have to reduce it. Put my battery thingy in the pocket, and it's way quieter. So quiet it doesn't turn on. Did I cut the button? Yeah. I guess I didn't charge that battery up good. Maybe I didn't plug that in good either. Somebody should have tested this out. We got 75 on this one. So I also have a giant air compressor and a little portable air compressor, but they're not very quiet. But hey, you always got backups for your backups, you know what I'm saying? Put it back in your pocket. Why did this one? Ooh, somebody spilled paint on me. That's why, look at that. That's why you always put your lid on. I say that all the time. Somehow, I still don't always do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna set this right here. Let me look at, give me a second. I'm gonna look at why this did not charge up. Over here, come here, little bugger. I got another little plug right here. Let's plug this bad boy up. There it goes. Now this one's lighting up. I should have noticed that it did not light up and blink while I had it plugged up to the last one. Or it could be because this is actually a charger for a laptop. And maybe that's not a good idea. I do that with my phone, which you're probably not supposed to either. It's a little too powerful. But let's bring you over here and let's start airbrushing this bad boy, shall we? Let's take this with me. I was going to move over to that side, but yeah, I guess I could do that. I just don't have a place to put my airbrush over here because I moved it to that side over yonder. All right, let's just come over here. Just come over here. Just come over here. Stick to the plan. You're on a little pedestal here. You can move around. It's like you have legs and you're in the studio with me, AKA garage. Let's see. Can we flip this camera around? Sure can. I was looking crazy right there for a second while I had my mouth open. Right. There we go. Look at all that paint. I shook like every one of those because I didn't know what color y'all would want to do this little booger. Look at this guy. Isn't that cool? The light needs to come over here and swivel down. Beautiful. I also got this little swivel divel thing from Amazon. Some very minimal things that you need if you want to make some videos. So there we go. We got this guy here. Come down a little further. Perfect angle. Oh, there's where I wrote all this stuff down. And there's the alcohol. I always keep a little bottle of that. I buy this by the gallon from Amazon and just keep my little thing mixed up there. All right, little guy, it's time for you to get some color. Push up my seat a little bit from Harbor Freight. Little adjustable stool thingy. Find the handle. There we go. All right, now we have a little paint here. Let's test it out. Oh, that's nice. So first thing, let's find something to prop this up back here a little bit. Alcohol's probably not the best idea, but you know, let's start with this. Let's just go and darken up around his eyes, shall we? And this is purple. I may go black with back. Words are hard. Back with black. Say the word. And get a little darker, but it's good with purple. It's a nice shadow color. It goes with everything, honestly. And you can, it's forgiving. Like if you just sketch it out. You don't have to be so committed because black is a lot harsher. And you know, I don't know if you ever thought about that, but it's a cool little thing. Let's say I think I want to do like some brains poking out here, like so. I'm just going to noodle it in where I think it should be. And I would do it across this way. Well, let's do that. Let's do it. One of the little straps will go into his little brain there. That would be nice, huh? There we go. That's where we're going to have his brain located. I really like on these masks giving them their angry eyes, like Mr. Potato Head. He's got a line in the middle like I do on my angry eyes. Yeah. He's been to the beauty shop. He's got some eyebrows going on. Ooh, he does very good on his eyebrows. He's had some practice. The hardest thing, though, is matching up the other side. And you just gotta... This other one's, he's a little more surprised. Let's see. He goes up a little higher. See how I'm talking about you don't have to be committed. I moved it around a little bit. I moved it up. So, you know, purple is, and when you're airbrushing, it's nice to have that option of just doing it so lightly. He's got some baggage under his eyes. He hadn't slept very good. Well, he is a zombie. I don't guess zombies sleep, do they? Give this guy a little story. Now on my next lives, future lives, I'll get some feedback from you guys. I'll figure out the parts that you like and the parts that you don't like the waiting for stuff. And, you know, it's going to be for members, and I'm going to have all the input from you guys to tell me what you like, what you don't like. And remember, at the end of this, a member is going to win this. So if you're a member, by the time I end this live stream, you will also be entered, FYI. So there you go. Okay. Let's give him some nostrils. Why not? He's got to breathe. Well, that's another thing. Do zombies breathe? I don't know. I might take this live stream. I've seen people turn it into a video, a long form video. That would be fun, wouldn't it? There's all kinds of options that I'm trying to play with to try and make more content for you guys and give you exclusive ones I got a little dark, didn't it? A little bit more insider look at how these things go down. So I think he needs some creases over here because he's looking a little clean, right? Look how easy it is just to do super simple shading and lines with the airbrush. And you're like, oh, you make it look so easy. I have been doing it for 20 years, but all the 20 years of work and learning that I've done, I've compiled into my airbrush course. Now it doesn't get super involved, but if you are intermediate or even advanced, there's some things in there that you're going to be like, it's going to change the game for you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got on this guy. I want to do like these lines here. I want to accent them and give them like really sunk in looking, like I did on the like alien scream ghost mask looking dude. Am I out already? I did say a little bit, didn't I? Well, I'm not out. There we go. You notice I took off my little cap here. Be very careful if you do that. Oh, you couldn't see that because I wasn't showing you. I took off, not the cap here. That is dangerous, by the way. Let me put that back on. I already spilled it one time. There we go. This right here, the needle. You see that? Focus. There we go. Thank you. The needle right there. You took this off. So sometimes if you're noodling around, you can kind of see where you're aiming better if you take that off. But be careful because you'll just stab yourself or whatever you're painting on, and you'll bend that needle. And once you bend it, you can imagine how the flow is gonna not be good. It'll be not what you want. Let's do some lines here. Oh, I'm gonna do his, I'm gonna make his mouth like ripped or whatever. He's gonna have like pink and teeth over here, gums. It'll make sense, trust me. I can see it. Do you not see it? We're gonna give him some lines here of distress or whatever. I don't know what you call it. We're gonna fill this in pink, but this is gonna be probably black also. The thing about this airbrushing stuff, it dries pretty quick. I think I'm gonna do this side. Stand up, hey, ooh, what can we name this guy? What's his name? I have this one just come down like this right here. And I'm gonna do a little, come a little closer, a little down here so you can see what I'm showing you. There we go. And we're gonna do a little wrinklage right here because his skin is wrinkly because his mouth is making some weird shape. It was already weird before, but now it's gonna be way weirder. I have my paint thinned out pretty good. And sometimes if you're trying to fill stuff in, it can skate around on you. You gotta take it easier or just put more paint in it. You gotta play around with the ratios of your airbrush paint. It's just with anything else. If you're doing painting and you have to mix stuff, it's always, you know, it's never a perfect science. It's close. You can get pretty good. Like you saw me, I just mixed it straight up from here. I know that looks really weird and it doesn't make sense now, but trust me. Trust the process. When you get the pashkas on the bad boy, it will make more sense for you. And then the sunk in part here, get them really, really deep over here. And I think I'll just block that in a little bit more. Let's do this side too. Block it in a little bit more here. Just, I don't know. I just felt like it. And then up here, we don't really have anything to do up here. Let's give them some just wrinkle lines. I don't know if it makes sense or not. It doesn't have to. Guess what? That's the thing about when you're making art and stuff. It's your creation. It doesn't have to be exactly like something. It's your idea, your mind. Let's give them a little, what's that thing called above your lip? The little indentation line? I don't even know. So that's pretty good with the purple. I'm gonna dump it out here to the side, and I think I'm gonna just go with some black and do some deeper shadowage. Is that a word? Probably, I don't know. Oh. You hear the squeak of that's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning out my airbrush. So I dumped it, I cleaned it out, and because I'm doing black, I'm not even gonna worry about like really cleaning it out good with the Windex because I don't really care because black is very overpowering and it's not gonna make a difference. Remember, right, back up. I don't like the idea of maybe spilling paint on you, sir. There we go. Purge it out a little bit. I put a little too much in there. Let me back it up a little bit. Dump a little bit out on my, I have a trash bag taped to the table over here. There's one on that side and there's one on this side, just because I never know which side I'm going to work on. Whoops, see there? There's that bubble. It could have been catastrophic if it would have popped. Dribble, dribble. Oh, just a little bit. We don't need much. Now take it easy. There we go. We do have to remember I did put a little bit extra reducer in there, so we'll just have to play around with it, spray it, and see if it flows nicely. And either put more reducer or more paint. I highly doubt it'll be more reducer. It'll be more paint. There we go. Still purple. There's the black. See there? Oh, you didn't see it. What are you looking at? You gotta look at where I'm pointing there, telling you to go. There we go. All right. So now we're gonna get back to our character guy here. The zombie. I guess he's a zombie. Does that look like a zombie so far? Zombies might not even have eyebrows. I don't know. But we're gonna make this like a cartoony looking zombie. I think that would be fun and cool. At least in my mind, that's what I'm going for here. I'm going to darken up all his orifices. That's a fun. You know what I'm saying. It's a funny word. There we go. I don't know how much battery I have left on my airbrush because apparently I didn't charge it up right. Let's give him some pimples. Not really pimples, but just like some grungy look. I don't know. Let's darken up his little eyebrow area. Just one little streak there, his angry eyes. I'm gonna give him his angry eyes. There we go. You were in my way over there. Couldn't go all the way. That's okay, I don't mind. And a little nostril here, a little doodad around the mouth here, outline it. I'm gonna do more of that sort of thing with the Pashka. Make it look more like, you know, like a little ratty, ripped open mouth, you know. There we go. Outline's fun. It's just kind of satisfying, honestly. Let's darken up this area here. There. Let's give more. Let's do another little line up here. Kind of tie in his eyebrow area. Might need more reducer in here, but it's fine. It'll work. I know my hand's in the way. Give me a second. And the shadow up here, where his brains are going to be painted in, which will be cool. I hope. In my mind, it's going to work cool. There we go. Shadow that up. Put the eyebrow here. He's got some cuts here. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not, but maybe. We might as well do that, huh? They're kind of made into the mask. Let's do some more eye baggage here. Some side nose contouring. This is actually a pretty nice looking, he's got some nice features for a zombie, honestly. All right, now the last thing is give him a little shadow on his chin here, around his mouth a little more, like a little Joker smile almost, huh? And then this side here, there's a noisy little mask. And the cheeky area. This is being a little cheeky booger. All right, now that's fun. That's enough airbrushing. I think it's time to move on to the Pashka marking. And if you know, or you don't, I don't know, the airbrushing is almost dry as instantly as you put it on. Even though it's water-based, we're putting it on so fine and small. I'll clean out this airbrush at the end of the show, after the show rather, because don't want to leave that stuff in there. You definitely want to clean it. And a lot of times I'll give you a little tip. If I'm going to go somewhere and I have stuff in my airbrush, I will put a piece of tape over this hole so that it doesn't dry out while I'm doing whatever else I'm thinking of doing. Now, these things, I don't know, have you ever used these? Yes or no? Put it in the chat if you've used these. These are just insanely awesome. I use Pashka markers for literally everything. And this is going to be one of them as well. You know what? I got an idea. This is improv. This is how we fly off the cuff. But I think, hold on, let me grab something here. I'm going to grab a piece of tape. Now, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not. It probably is because we just painted this. You know, we just spray painted it a minute ago. And it's not fully dry or ready, whatever. But I'm going to tear up some tape here. And I'm going to tape this off. I'm going to spray paint this with the brains, with the solid pink color. But I'm just going to do it very sparingly because we're going to doodle over it with the Pashka marker. But I don't know. I just want to do it. I was thinking about doing it with my airbrush, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it with spray paint live. And I'm going to tape on this right now. And when we pull it off, we're going to see, hey, did it screw it up or not? It's kind of scary, kind of risky. And right now what I'm doing is I'm taking this tape, I tore it in half, made the edges ratty. I really wanted them more ratty than that, but what I'm doing is I'm putting it on my pants, tacking it off so that it'll get a little fuzz on there so that it doesn't stick so intensely to the mask. Because this paint, this is 3M Automotive, same place I got the Scotch-Brite pad, literally same store. And this stuff, you can leave it on for a long time. It doesn't get doesn't release any of the gluey stuff, whatever you call it. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna need, but I'm really trying to ratty this up, and it's proven kind of difficult to tear not perfectly straight. I don't know who's in here is an OG, but if you remember, I did this same technique for the American flag with the distressed American flag tumbler. If you guys have been here for a while, you remember, I didn't tack it off. Remember the tumblers that we used to do? And literally, a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you do tumblers anymore? Why don't you? I do a little bit, but the thing about it is all the techniques and whatnot I do on tumblers, you could literally do it on anything. This is like, you could literally do the same technique on a tumbler. I'm doing on this mask here. I don't know if that's going to be cool or not. It might bleed under. I don't know. I really want it more raggedy. Let's see. Let's do a little test. Yeah, that's fine. It should be okay. It's good. It's okay. And it don't have to be like, you can move it around as you put it on. See there? Like I do a little wiggle. Move out of the way. Do you talk to all your supplies as well as you're doing stuff? I feel like it just makes them cooperate better. I don't know. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you're with me. If you talk to your supplies, it makes them behave a little bit, you know? There we go. Let's tack that down because we'll get some spray paint underneath there. We don't really want it under there. We just want it where it's supposed to go, you know what I mean? And the last little bit to cover it up here, and we'll just put another little piece, whatever we got left, we'll just put it back here. If it gets under there and sprays a little bit, it's not that big a deal. We'll just say we meant to do that, you know? I did that on purpose. Sure, buddy. A lot of times I tell you guys, hey, I did that on purpose. No, I didn't. But what's the alternative? What's the big deal? You know? It doesn't matter. All right, let's get a little bit more. This is where I'm actually going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to tape the paper to it and put it over, because I don't want to tape up this whole thing because, you know, it is freshly painted. I usually wait a few hours before doing stuff like this. I'll go have me a snack, go pick up kids from school. I don't know, you know, stuff you do. Laundry. But I'm going to show you, because I have full confidence that we can do this all in one sitting, because that's what we're doing. A lot of people are intimidated and they think they have to have exact science and so many perfect steps to do this, and it doesn't even matter. You can see how we're doing here. It doesn't matter. Like old Bob, he could paint a picture in 15 minutes. That was the most ridiculous thing I ever seen. That's so fast. But he's done like hundreds of them, so, you know, I've done a lot of airbrushing. So there you go. There we go. So that's our little masked up brain area. He's got a head wrap, like a bandage on. That could have been cool. See the things you think of? Let's find us a nice pink color here. I think I want this light pink, maybe. I don't have, so which pink should it be? Put it in the chat. Should it be this pink or this pink? I think I'm going to do this one and then do the lines with this one. If I did that, it'd be too close, but that might pop better. What do you think? You good with that? I think that'll work. All right, so I'm still trying to figure out, how do I access my chat here? Live chat, all messages visible. There we go. Craft Daddy says, what? Hey, buddy, how you doing? Rust-Oleum, yeah, I agree. The Rust-Oleum one. The satin Sweet pea. I gotta shake this up though. Excuse me for a second. It might be a little loud. While I'm doing so, I'm gonna go through the chat here. A lot of OG tumbler makers don't make tumblers anymore. Oh, that's what I was kind of thinking. That's one reason why I transitioned to doing a lot of other stuff, because literally it's the same exact process. Sand it, clean it, which sanding is a whole nother ballgame, because there's a lot of tumbler people said, oh, I never sand, which blew my mind, because you always have to sand, always. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But literally, the things these people are doing on tumblers, like, look, Craft Daddy right there. I'm pointing over here to where my chat is. Craft Daddy did a pumpkin the other day, and he showed it to us in our community. He posted it. This is for the members. And he put a water slide on a pumpkin. I never thought about that. But literally, you can do that because anything that'll sit still long enough, you can paint. That's what this is all about. Anything that can sit still long enough can be painted. I don't know how loud this is. I'm shaking up this can. I can literally put it over here. It'd be farther away from my microphone. This mask, we see the mouth there. It kind of reminds me of those Joker masks from the movie. Remember that? Look at this. Let go of my Poshka markers, loser. Right there. Look at that. Hey, I'm a Joker. All right, let's see. Did I tack that off? I sure hope so. Let's get my paper. Now, normally also, you could use... one thing I love using to do stuff like this is, to help me out here, transfer paper. Super good. It's not sticky hardly at all. Who spilled this paint here? Did you do that? Did you do that right here? Bad dog. Clean up after yourself. Let me see. Let me get my X-Acto knife. Let's get this tape out of the way. I don't need you right now. I don't need this Poshka right now. Let's do this right here. Let's cut like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Toss it to the trash beside us. Put it on our booger's face. Pay attention here. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. Oh, I do need the tape. Get back over here. Sorry, I neglected you. There we go. We got our zombie brains about to get done. Look at this. And that's all you do to mask it off. You don't have to mask off the whole thing. Just kind of be careful spraying. You don't need spray over here. It doesn't make any sense. So you don't really have to mask it off. Just to be safe, if you're doing something like super, particular, like a motorcycle, yeah, you'd want to mask off the whole thing. This is just a mask. Nobody really cares. You know what I mean? This is the same with all the stuff you get from the thrift store. You can just do easy peasy, quick work on this thing. Did I shake this up enough? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going over here to my spray painting area, which is literally right here. And I'm going to just tack this with the, oh, that's a good idea. Tack that down with the, don't look over there. That's my TEMU haul for my next video. I got a lot of cool stuff over there. You probably can't even tell what it is. Bring the light. And let's just hit this with a quick little, wow, that paint's not, geez, I'm spoiled now. I didn't use the dang paint. It's so dang good. And then come to this junk. What the heck? Maybe I clean off the tip here with my fingernail and a rag. I'll show you. I always gotta remember I gotta show you what I'm doing. I wasn't gonna put my mask on for this. I was just gonna spray just like a little. What in the, bro, what are you doing? Oh gosh. You see that? Watch. Bro, this thing is trash. That'll be probably good enough though. I'll fill in the blanks with some, wow, this is craptastic. Okay, that's good. Leave it alone. That's it. It doesn't matter if you see a little bit of that blue in there, but I feel like this is gonna take forever to dry. Jeez Louise. Okay, that's 1 point for the dang paint and a -3 for the daggum Rust-Oleum. What in the world? I know, yeah, it's older paint. I've had it for a little bit, but and it does smell a little bad. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I can't help myself. I'm gonna do this. Look how cloudy beautiful that comes out. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna change my technique. I'm gonna do a light pink. Do I have a light pink? I sure hope so. Fog it out here. Fog it out, babe. I have a fan over there that I turn on sometimes too. So there we go. That was not bright to do without putting a mask on. Probably shouldn't have even did this stuff because it wasn't my plan. That wasn't what I was wanting to do. I was wanting to go with the light pink and do the dark pink. Oh, that might still work. We'll see. Listen, that's what you do. You just roll with it. It's not set in stone. Here, come up here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking this off. Just don't touch anything. If you do, it's not the end of the world. Nobody cares. All right, there's our paper. That worked pretty good. I didn't get any on there. So listen, a lot of these times, this is why it's improv. All the painting I do is mostly like this. All my videos, I don't really plan every single little thing. I don't make sure, oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This is so brain showing. That pops so good. And while we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to do his the teeth the way I planned out in my mind. I could be wrong. You never know. You know, you do the best you can. I think you need some yellow and white teeth. I think let's use these. Have you had these before? These boogers right here. If you haven't had this set, everybody needs to go get it right now. Amazon, of course, everything's Amazon, but you can go to Michael's too. But look at that. Look how fine that point is. You could do some major detailing with that bad boy. So that's fun. So, I was gonna airbrush the whole thing black, wasn't I? Yeah, let's do that. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I turned my, there we go, now we're, I can't touch that. I'm not even sure why I painted this purple in the first place. But, you know, you live and learn. My airbrush, you hear how it's splattering a little bit? It's a little thick. You hear it going, you might not hear it, I hear it. I can tell, it's not thinned out great. You hear it go, and you probably see it right here. Come here, come a little closer. Let me show you some stuff here. You can probably see it right there. Oh, I got some pink. I shouldn't have sprayed on here. It doesn't matter. You hear that little whistle? I guarantee if I take this off, you'll see build up on the, yeah, it's there. Just trust me. On the tip, on the little needle. That's one reason I keep a little rag out and I keep a little, you'll bend that little needle and then you are out of luck, right? What we got going on in the chat, it disappeared again. I don't know how you leave this thing popped up. So Pashkas are beautiful things. Absolutely. Oh, dude, I don't know. Hold on. Oh, it's John. Dude, check this out, John. Did you know this existed? I gotta find it. Oh, here it is right there. Did you know this existed? Pashka brush marker? I got this by accident because I was just needing another black. And I got it. I was like, whoa, what's the deal with that tip? But holy moly. These things are so nice. Like, look, come here. You can do like a little skinny little line. Little bit. I'm having trouble getting, I'm trying to look through the camera. You can do a skinny line. You can do a fat line by using the side. What? Look at that. Or you could do, like, check this out. Do like a point dagger stroke like we do in our airbrush course. Those of you who are taking the airbrush course, I'll show you how to do a dagger stroke, but with the airbrush. Look at that. How versatile is this mug? This thing is amazing. Look at that. Okay, that's enough of that. We're getting off topic here. I just want to show you, since John said Pashkas are beautiful, I had to show you that, the most beautiful Pashka that I've ever seen, and it's this brush pen here. Craft Daddy, where's everyone at? I don't know, Craft Daddy, this is the middle of the day. Sounds like my bones cracking. Okay. Gonna shadow around the brains. Of course, the brains, that's just pink there. I did do some drop shadowage right here ahead of time with the airbrush because I didn't really know exactly where it was going to be. Let's see. Yeah, it's still a little tacky. But we got to do the teeth right now. Let me raise you up a little bit. You raise me up so I can see your painting. You see like that? I just made that up. All right, let's see. What do zombie teeth look like? They're definitely not white. So what color is this? Yellow? Let's try that. Let's try always shaken, not stirred with your Pascamakas. I see another pink here. Is that the same color? I'll just keep that one out to the side. I know I have a light pink also. Yeah. But how do you guys store your Poshka markers? I have mine just in this bucket over here. It's kind of not the best situation to sort through. There it is. There's my light pink. There we go. All right, so let's give this booger, oh, you know what I'm gonna do first? I think I want some purple. I wanna do like some purple gums, maybe? I don't know, let's do the teeth first. Let's don't get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's do some zombie teeth, yeah. There's one tooth. You're just going for it, right? Yep, that's it. Just this guy needs to go to the dentist. He's a zombie, what you expect. Probably needs to go to the doctor too because he's dead, you know. That's cool. Let's do one crooked one right up here. Should this one be sharp? Maybe a little sharper. Is that what it? I don't know. I think it would just make it bigger. These are his molars. There we go. I like it. I like it square looking better, I think. Right? What do you think? A lot of the zombie pictures I've seen, the silence, you spam caller, they have perfect teeth, which is really weird. I don't think zombies have really perfect teeth. That color is so good with this. What is that? What's that called? Can you read that? I can't. I have no idea. That's the thing about Poshkas. They're always in Japanese. And I don't know what it's saying. Should we do one more? Do one more tooth here? Right there. Should we have another one? Why not? Just finish him off right here. He's got what do zombies eat? I know witches eat kids, right? I don't know if that's even a thing either. On Halloween, they might eat candy. I don't know. He's been eating a lot of candy. Look at them rotten teeth. Jeez Louise, brother. All right, next thing is, I don't want that purple. I want this purple right here. I'm gonna try to do some gums. Maybe, I don't even know. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, that's perfect, look at that. Do it right here, give them some bubble gum teeth. I'm outlining here. And what is that? You spilled a little Cheetos on you there, buddy. Let's give it a little colored in. This is the fine tip one. Works really good. There we go. And we could come back with the airbrush and just kick this back a little bit, just so we're adding some shadowage, just to sell the effect even more. He's got a missing tooth right here. There's a little bit of gum exposed there. Do like so. There we go. He kind of looks like the Joker. I'm not gonna lie. Why is he smiling over here and he's so sad over here? He's sad. This side didn't get any candy. And the last one here, little gum, little tooth, little gum, little tooth. There we go. We're about done with this guy. He's looking, I guess you'd call that good. He looks pretty good. Pretty weird. All right, what else can we do? Let's break out the old airbrush here and kick back his gums a little bit here. Sit up a little bigger. And all we're gonna do, here, come here a little further, a little straighter. All we're gonna do is maybe shadow his gums. There we go. Make it look like it's in between his teeth. And we can even give him some rotten spots. That one's cracked. Well, he does need to go to the dentist. All right, that looks cool. See how much cooler that looked just by adding that little bit of airbrush on. Let's do a little lines here, like the indention or whatever. You know, where your gums make the impression of your and the teeth. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, just trust me, it's there. And we'll do this side here. Come over here a little bit. I gotta give you the best view, you know. You gotta be able to see better than I do. So we'll do a little shadow because this is going back in the deep part of his mouth there. And then back up here. Really kick it back just softly. There we go, around there. That's good enough. How does that look? That looks cool. He's a zombie looking. All right, let's turn our airbrush off there. Now we're going to do a little Posca marker in, because remember, we wanted this to be cartoony looking. So we'll break out our black and white, right? So what we're going to do with this, we're going to add, oh, that's white. I want the black. Come here, back it up a little bit so you can see what we're talking about here. So the Posca, we're just going to outline stuff like you normally would on a cartoon, right? So we're going to give his angry eyes a little bit darker, right? See there? And here, a little bit darker there. Bag under his eye, a little indentation there, a little widow. What do you call these things off the side? Your little wrinkles off. They got a name probably. I don't even know. Some of you ladies might know. Y'all got all the creams to make it go away. He needs it. There's that one. I'm going to do one here as well because it gives that cartoony look. There we go. There we go. And let's do this. Nose, nostrils, whatever. Do a little here. Let's give him some wrinkles on his nose. Why not? Let's give him some. He's snarling a little bit. And when whatever we do with black, we got to come back with some white here in a minute. Trust the process here. You know what I'm saying? Wrinkle there, like so. We're going to contour his cheek here. And really, this might work better with the thicker. No, let's use the brush marker. What are you thinking, bro? That thing's awesome. There we go. I like a little thicker line there. Look at that. See how that did? Booyah. That gives them more character with when your lines have different volumes. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Thick to thin, thin to thick. Look at that. That's definite cartoon vibes right there. This is so cool. Let's just take something that could be creepy, could be kind of scary, and just make them a little happier. You know what I'm saying? Let's go around the eye here. Why not? Yeah. Did you mess up there? No, I didn't. I just changed my mind. See there? Oh, this is going to be cool doing it here. Find out where to put my finger. There we go. Look at that. You could actually, maybe he has eyebrows. I don't know. You can make them bushy. Maybe he didn't go to the salon this week and get his eyebrows waxed. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys saying in the chat here? I don't know why I think. I wish it would stay up all the time. My mic is in and out. Is it? Huh. I'll check into that. Black around the eyes here. I might be talking too soft. I don't know. I am doing that a little bit. There we go. A little wick here. Let's do this side over here. Oh, you got to put the little two lines here. See there? There we go. Mic check. How we doing now, Craft Daddy? All right, we're going to take and do the contour on this side here. Like so. We'll point it out a little bit. There we go. See there? You can give a little extra line if you want to. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Where else do we want some of these doodads? I'm going to put a little, just going to test something out and do like a little X right there. That looks cool. All righto. Good to go. Thank you. Was great. It's chopping your words at times. Maybe that's just the way I talk. I don't know. I'm a little choppy guy. I'm just joking, Craft Daddy. There we go. Let's do this here. Do a little, put the X over there. Yeah, that's cool. Do a little line here. You're doing great, bro. Keep doing your magic. Thank you, sir. Gracias. Let's do a little here. A little tear. And while we're having this up here, we can go and do some like wiggly lines. That's what I'm calling them. So that's why there's skin's tore. You know what I mean? Like, whereas wrinklage from his, you know, your mouth's not supposed to look like that. There we go. Crackle that deckle there. Do it there. You could outline the teeth if you want to, but it's really not necessary because there's black all around it. There we go. A little line here. See there? How much cooler does that look? Now we're going to do the same thing with the white, and I wish I had a white brush pen, but I don't. Oh, we forgot. We're going to do around the brain right there right now. Let's check the tackiness of this. It is a little tacky, but I think I could just hold it and it'll be fine. Vary up your line thickness there. Just make it cool, you know. Oh, yep, my finger's stuck a little bit. But you literally don't have to do all that crazy stuff and wait a perfect set amount of time. But then again, you can and then come back, which it all works, you know. Let's give it some, like, you know how when stuff's ripped, it's got the little edges there. I don't know if this is going to be realistic or not, but it's not really real anyway, because this is a zombie. I don't know if a lot of you know, but zombies are not real. Hate to spoil it for you, but yeah. There we go. Look, and off to the side here. Let's do a little line here. That looks pretty cool. He's got some definition on his cheek, or his forehead there. And we got to do this line here. And we'll do these guys here in it. Oh, there we go. That'll look cool, huh? There we go. I'll go do some red in there, pink. I might do pink. All right, now we're going to do the white. So wherever you do a highlight or a shadow line, you just do a little highlight, you know? Like, this is too thin. I want a thicker one. I don't want the thickest one. So we have a lot of shapes. Let me show you real quick. We got big right here. It's not too big, but then there's the medium, and then there's the skinny. So we're going to go with the one in the middle. Shaking, and I'll stud. Tap it off. Make sure you test it out first, because these things can go wild. And then we're just going to put little accent lines right on top of the black lines. You see there? Like so. We're going to do a little here. Just think about your light sources, you know? And it doesn't have to be perfect and consistent, because nobody's really going to know. So you're making it up as you go. This is your guy. Or can you tell the zombie's gender? I don't even know. Let's put some dots on the teeth here. Aren't zombies in Florida? Is that real? Is that something people have been saying? That's funny. Let's put some shiny stuff on his gums and kick it back a little bit. You can smudge it out. UFO. Love your channel. I've been watching since about spring of this year. Awesome. So glad to see. Glad you made it. Now I will tell you, for this live stream here is the only one that's going to be public. From here on, live streams are going to be for the members. And if you're not a member, you can be. There's a link in the description to join. And also, members come with a lot of perks. You could read that description and learn more about it. And the members get chose at the end of the live stream. One of them will win what I'm painting on the live stream, no matter what it is. Hopefully it's not something crazy like a motorcycle, as I don't know how to deliver that. I try to keep it manageable, you know what I'm saying? But, you know. There we go there. Let's do this little doodad down here. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can see. You can see. Let's do a little streakage there and there. Like it, I'm not really worrying about if it makes sense or not, because just following the, like, around the contours of the black lines, you know. Just don't go crazy with the white highlights, because it can be overpowering. But if you do, guess what? You can smudge it off just like that before it dries, you know, of course. See that? Look how you just add a nice little softer highlight by just using your finger. See that? Isn't that cool? Let's just do his nose right there. Soften it up. Soften it. There's a little line here. That's actually a fun technique to do. That's actually really cool. All right, I think that's enough for his zombie face. We're time to do the brains. We've been going about an hour and a half here. Now, half of that, not half of it, but some of the beginning didn't do well because I had this stream hidden. So I'll go back and cut that stuff out, and then you won't have to live through that as I did. And like 2 people that were in here. So now we got to think about, how does the brains look? Personally, I don't know about you, but I've never seen brains in real life. Shocker. But we have some They have some lumpage going on. I know that. So I'm going to use my darker color just to create some. So I'm upside down. So I need to do like this, maybe. Lump. Go down here, here. Lumpage this way, maybe. I don't know what makes sense. It does make sense? I don't know. How does a brain go? So you could look up a picture if you want to. If you're like, I really gotta know. There's my son singing. He's a beautiful singer, as you can tell. He has no idea I'm live. He probably does, honestly. Yeah, like his singing voice. I do that sometimes too. I sing like off key. I'm sure he's singing off key on purpose, right? Let's go down here. Let's do another one here. Does this look like brains to you? I feel like it's pretty convincing. I'll be honest with you. Oh, now he's playing the drums. Can you hear that on here? I don't know. Let me know if you hear it. It doesn't bother me at all. They're kids, you know. What do you do? Well, he's 17. But you gotta, like, you can't micromanage your kids. You can, but if it's stuff that's not going to make a difference, bro, just let them go. Let them have fun. We're big old goofballs anyway. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. For seeing you do justice, dim brains. Yeah, it'll look, I think it's pretty convincing, not going to lie. And I feel like after I get the shadow or highlights on there, it's going to look even. Dude, for not knowing what brains look like, the only general thing, and I'll tell you this, like you might know, is goes in here and it loops around there. That's all I was focused on. You might be like, oh, how'd you do that? I really don't know. All I did was do a line here and then I did a hump around it like that. And you could connect these things and fill in the gaps here like this and make it make more sense, which is kind of cool. Like all you're doing is filling in the voids here. Now let's just do one right here. That way we can fill in this area, right? Does that make sense? Is it accurate? Who knows? Who really knows? I mean, somebody knows. Somebody's seen some brains before. I'm not one of those guys. I could go my whole life without seeing brains, and guess what? I would be just fine. Let's do it all over here. Just color all that in. Who cares? Let's color all this in too. It's going to be closer to the shadowy area. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Looks cool to me. He just forgot something over there is why it's colored in. On the camera, it kind of looks red, doesn't it? It's like a hot pink, deep pink color, I guess you'd say. Boom, 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 boom. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear the drums or no? Just interested to know. He's taking lessons. He takes them on Fridays. But, all right, now we're going to do some highlighting. What's up? Now, I asked him, could he hear? Hold on. Put white highlights. Yeah. Your son will be mortified when he learns. He's singing and drumming on YouTube. Can you hear him, though? Can you hear the drumming? That's what I wanted to know. I don't know if they heard him singing, but I was talking about him because he could hear him singing. It was funny. Yeah, I will. That's cool.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. That's cool. Now we're going to do some, I was going to do white, but I got this light pink color, and I might do white for like the shiniest shiny spots. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. I got to let this pink dry, but I got an idea of making it like juicy looking, which sounds gross because it's brains, but you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. And all I'm doing, I don't really have a plan of where I'm putting in these. I think I might black this out again. This is like where the strap goes. Actually, is it on there? No, it goes on the sides. So why is that thing even there? I don't know. Let's brain it up. I don't. It's kind of distracting to me. We'll black it out. Whatever. Who cares? We'll figure it out. We'll maybe save that for later. So let me go back to the chat here. I got to touch it. It'll look wet. Exactly. I could hear singing and I still hear drumming. Okay, is it not loud drums, but yeah, okay. Hear the snare drum. That's so funny. Is it distracting If so, I could tell him to break it because we're going to be done here in just a few minutes. The juicy brains, yummy. How cool is that? That's cool. These posture markers are the trick, though. Drums add to the vibe. Very cool. There you go. Hey, we're not going to get copyright either because that is not somebody's song. Then we'll do some juicy spots on the white. I mean, on the pink. You know, some extra little hot, not hot spots, but you know. See how that adds it. Drums are fine. Okay, I'll let him be. I'll let him be. Thank you, thank you. See, that's the type of things you get on these improv lives that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing at least, I told him at the beginning, my goal is to do at the last Friday of the month. And of course, the replays will be available always. But this is going to be a thing for members. And I think it'll be fun. And we'll get the community where you can chat with me and Craft Daddy in there. He's in there all the time. He's an active dude. One of my favorites. There's somebody calling me. I need to talk to you later. I don't even know who that is. Nope. Bye-bye. Say bye. I don't know who Simmons is. There we go. Some juicy brains. I haven't even looked at this thing the right side up. I could be totally off on this. And you can take this stuff, as always, come up a little bit. Come here. Come up, come up, come up, come up, 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 up. As always, you could take this stuff as far as you want. Like I could add some airbrush shadowing. Ooh, the purple color, the violet, purple violet would look really good in there. Hold on. All right, let's get around to this side here. Come here, come here, come here. Turn you around, bright eyes. And we're going to, don't look at my messy garage. Don't look at my messy garage. All right, we're going to finish this thing up here. I'm going to show off the mask that we did. And one of you lucky members is going to win it. Hey, let's get the light right. There we go. So how did you enjoy that live stream? I know there's some things that we can clean. Let me put this seat down a little bit. I'm jacked up here. There we go. Elevator go down. So there's some things that we could refine. I would love everybody's comments and critiques and criticism and suggestions of what we can do to make this thing cooler. And now when this dries, I'll take it and as well as the others, matte clear it. There's so much more things you can do with this and you can keep and take it to the next level. Okay, yeah, microphone's working. Like you could put some worms coming out of his eye hole and hanging out there. There's so many things you can do because this is my hair. Yeah, I put the bob on. This is my Halloween costume. But there's so many things you can do to take it to the next level and do till you're I forgot to put the chair down so far. To do it till you're satisfied. Like I said, there's a link in the description. If you want to learn to paint like this and you want to take the Airbrush Master course, the link is in the description. You can learn how to airbrush and do all the cool things like I showed on the pictures that we did. You can join our members group, and so I'll say it like this. If you join the airbrushing course, you get the airbrushing course and that's it. You get the community for 1 month, which you get the live and what we do here. With the airbrush purchase, airbrush course, you get the community for 1 month, and then you get to learn what I do. Or if you jump in the community first with the membership, all members get 10% off the courses, the digital downloads. The members get to win this stuff. And when my airbrush comes back out, guess, that'll be 10% also if you're a member. And members get to win whatever I'm painting in the stream. I know I've said that much times, but there's people in and out all the time. And you might not have heard me. So, how you doing, little fella? Let's put this guy on and see what he looks like. He might still be wet. How does Bob look as a zombie? Strap hit me in the eye. Hold on. Let's do it officially. There we go. Hey, boys and girls. Did you enjoy this live stream today? That is so creepy. I might add this to my costume tonight. Dude, I gotta be careful because I hadn't clear coated it yet with a matte clear. I love that stuff. Just Rust-Oleum. And if you didn't see me spraying this dang paint, literally, because it's called dang, stuff is so buttery smooth. Comes out like cotton candy. You know what? Listen here. Bob would be a little offended if you called him Carrot Top, but it does kind of look like Carrot Top. This color in the camera makes it look orange, but I need the Bob shirt and all that stuff. But that's it for today. Thank you for everybody who joined. I know we had some little issues at the beginning with the link and the being hidden and stuff. So, you know, nailed it, Carrot Top. Huh? Thanks, dude. Just kidding. Bob without the mask. Yep, exactly. It's Bob. I have the shirt and everything else, whatever. A little easel. Not easel. What's it called? The thing where you put the paint on? The palette. Exactly. But link in the description if you want to learn more about the course. If you want to learn more about the membership, just click those links, go look at it, check it out. And until next time, we had fun. Leave me some comments and God bless. Goodbye. Where do you end this thing? There we go. Goodbye. All right, that's how you do it. I had to